"What's this?" Luke whispered. In the dusty attic, under a soft blanket, was a box Luke had never seen before. He lifted the heavy lid. Inside, nestled on top of old toys, was a newspaper. It wasn't like the ones he saw today. This one was yellowed and crinkly, and the pictures were all in black and white. Luke carefully picked it up. The paper felt strangely warm in his hands. The headline was big and bold. "A horseless carriage comes to town." Luke traced the letters with his finger. He stared at the drawing of a funny-looking car with big wheels and a strange horn. He had never seen a car that looked so old. The newspaper smelled like dust, and a little bit like magic, a secret waiting to be discovered. Luke's finger rested on the drawing of the old car. As he stared at it, the edges of the picture began to wiggle and blur. The dusty attic air started to shimmer like a summer heat wave. A gentle wind swirled around Luke, rustling the old newspaper in his hands. He blinked, and when he opened his eyes, the attic was gone. Luke was standing on a bumpy street made of stones. The air smelled different, like fresh bread from a bakery and hay from horses. Tall buildings with fancy signs lined the street, and people in long dresses and funny hats bustled all around. Luke looked down at his hands. He was still holding the magical newspaper. He had somehow stepped right inside the old, mysterious story. Luke clutched the newspaper and looked around in amazement. A horse pulling a cart clip-clopped right past him. Then Luke heard a new sound. Chugga-chugga putt-putt. Down the cobblestone street came the exact same horseless carriage from the newspaper's front page. It was shiny and black, and a man wearing big goggles was steering it. People on the sidewalk stopped to point and gasp. Some even cheered. Luke couldn't believe his eyes. He was watching history happen. He looked from the real car to the drawing in the paper. They were a perfect match. Luke felt a thrill of excitement. This was a real adventure, a secret trip into the past. He was the only one who knew how he got here, all thanks to the mysterious newspaper. A loud, funny sound echoed down the street. "Ah-ooga!" It was the horn on the horseless carriage. Luke giggled. It didn't sound like a car horn at all. A small parade was starting to celebrate the new invention. Children waved colorful ribbons, and a little band began to play a cheerful tune on trumpets and a big drum. Luke saw a man hanging a banner that said, "Welcome to the future." It felt like a big party. Luke remembered the article in his hands mentioned a town celebration. He was really living inside the news story. This mysterious paper was more than just old words and pictures. It was a doorway. Luke held it tightly, feeling like the world's greatest explorer on the most secret mission ever. As the little parade turned a corner, Luke felt a gentle tug, as if an invisible string was pulling him. He looked down at the newspaper. The drawing of the horseless carriage was glowing with a soft, warm light. Luke knew it was time to go home. He placed his hand over the glowing picture one last time. The cheerful music of the parade began to fade, and the smell of baking bread was replaced by the familiar scent of the dusty attic. The world shimmered again. And just like that, Luke was sitting back on the wooden floor. The newspaper in his lap looked ordinary again. But Luke knew its amazing secret. He carefully folded his magical piece of history, his very own time machine, ready for his next mysterious adventure.